A trickle of cars at the drive-through at Epic, in stark contrast to the flood of Canberrans seeking testing at the start of the outbreak. Authorities say they're resigned to the fact that for some, it's no longer front of mind.
You always want slightly higher, but if you've got symptoms, come forward and get tested.
With the percentage of cases returning a positive result after testing remaining steady at around 1 to 1.5%, authorities are warning there could be people in the community who are infected but are simply going undetected. 30 cases and 10 secondary cases in the past week have been linked to 4 gatherings at private residences and 1 outdoor picnic.
While those attending these gatherings actually have done nothing wrong under the public health direction, I just think it's really important that we all make sure that we take all the possible precautions we can when we're doing these kinds of activities.
The easing of restrictions will go ahead this Friday, with the number of people allowed to gather indoors and outdoors increasing, as well as greater capacity at venues like cafes, restaurants and bars. And with more than 90% of Canberrans now fully vaccinated, test, trace, isolation and quarantine rules will soon change too. As of Monday, casual contacts will no longer need to quarantine, but they'll still be required to isolate until they receive a negative test result. Fully vaccinated close contacts of cases will only be required to quarantine for 7 days, though unvaccinated close contacts will still be required to isolate for 2 weeks. How that applies to schools is still yet to be confirmed.
Close contacts will be asked to stay at home for 7 days and on release with a test be able to return to school, with some additional aspects to that. There might also be differences in high school and primary school and early childhood settings.
Those changes have given peace of mind to the operators of this bar, which chose not to reopen when the lockdown lifted.
We think we could manage with the amount of staff that we have if there was a close contact in the venue. Because we didn't want to at least get to the point where we finally open and then be forced to close just because all your staff have been knocked out for 2 weeks.
The government will assess in the coming weeks whether a further easing of restrictions can be brought forward. Harry Frost, ABC News, Canberra.